So I'm here with Michael McIntyre, who's the Technical Director of Nephin Renewable Gas. So Michael, can you tell me, you've broke ground here in Ballinrobe with the biomethane plant. What has the community engagement been like with the people in Ballinrobe, and what will that mean for the biomethane plant there?
Well, first, we're very thankful to the people in the Ballinrobe area. We engaged extensively on a one-to-one community engagement, where we went door to door. We met with the people. We got their opinions and their fears and their, I suppose, and to allay their fears, we would take all the information that would have been provided, good, bad, or indifferent, for us to incorporate in our environmental assessments, in our planning application, and in our design, so that we took their fears on board, and we incorporated them in our design, so that we basically are in harmony with the local community. What we were very thankful for is the level of engagement and how much it helped us to secure our planning permission quickly. We achieved our planning permission on that site in less than 18 months, which was quite unusual for a large-scale development, and we are very thankful to the people who have supported us in the area. Basically, from a community point of view, we have, I suppose, a scale of jobs or levels of jobs from very, very technical to the whole way down the spectrum. For example, a number of our engineers formerly worked in the pharmaceutical sector. Young engineers, farming background, worked in the pharmaceutical sector, would like the idea of coming back to agriculture using the learnings that they have from the pharmaceutical industry to bring with us, which is exactly the same technologies that we are using to build our biomethane plant. These guys are, previously were, the pharmaceutical industry is noted for paying very well, so we have to match their pay scales to entice them to come with us. So that's the case where we're working at that level. However, by bringing people back to their own areas and back to the rural economy, we're helping clubs and community organisations to get new blood into their area, because one of the biggest things is the fear of brain drain. Most people that go for the highly technical jobs are commuting to cities or living in the cities, and they're lost to their local community. We're helping to bring people back to the community. But what's more important is, from a silage, we produce crops. Our crops and slurries and waste we take to make our gas. They're produced locally. Agricultural contractors, for example, have a highly seasonal workforce requirement, so they have a mad demand for a large number of people in May, June, July, and very little and falls off at the end of the year. Whereas in our case, we need the contractors to produce the crops early in the year, to fertilise the crops, to manage the crops, to harvest the crops, to produce silage and hold it in the silage pit, and to transport that silage to our plants all year round. So it basically flattens out that employment curve. But far more importantly is, in the current climate, the tillage sector is in crisis on its knees. We are part of the solution to the tillage sector, because we can provide 10 to 15 year contracts that, for example, and index linked. So most tillage farmers today still don't know what they're going to get for their crop that's already taken off their field. Whereas when they plant a crop on contract for Nephin, they would know what it's going to cost to harvest that in the, and they know what margin they're going to make in that before the crop gets planted. So that's where we feel we're an intrinsic part of the community.
It seems to me like you really have engaged with the community really well, and it seems to me like it's a really good cycle. So can you just quickly tell me like how the cycle is come together, just in one quick sentence?
I suppose I will describe it as engagement, but basically patience and listening to the community. We don't hold public meetings. We work one-on-one with the community, because there's no such thing as a stupid question that people feel intimidated at large public gatherings. They can ask us one-on-one, and there's no question that every question is important to the individual. However, if you're in a room where there's 100 or 200 people and you have to stand up and answer, you're very, very unsure of what reaction you'll get from that. Whereas if I'm sitting across the table from you and engaged with you, you can ask me anything, and it's on your terms, not on the terms of a public meeting.
That's brilliant. Well, thank you so much, Michael, for taking the time to chat to me, and best of luck with everything in Ballinrobe and with the company.